Today for the reading, I like to read chapters 91 in the book of Psalms. Psalm chapter 91. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. And I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. He will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his pinions, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and a buckler. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the destruction that wastes at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right side, but it will not come near you. You will look only with your eyes and see the recompense of the wicked. Because you have made the Lord your dwelling place, the Most High, who is my refuge, no evil shall be allowed to befall you, no plague come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. On their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the adder, the young lion and the serpent, you will trample underfoot. Because he holds fast to me in love, I will deliver him. I will protect him because he knows my name. When he calls to me, I will answer him. I'll be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and honor him. With a long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. This chapter is very well known. I'm sure most of us, if not all of us, have probably read this. And this is a chapter that talks about the protection, the covering of the Lord. But what I specifically want to highlight is in the beginning of this chapter, the psalmist, I believe it's David, says that those who dwell in the shelter of God will abide in the shadow of his Almighty. Some translations might say the word secret place in this time, similar to when Jesus says that when you pray to the Lord, come to him in secret. And this testifies to protection and covering of God that he has over our lives. But you can't help but ask when you read this chapter, especially David himself, that we are still, many of us go through a lot of hard things and face tragedies. Almost as if God might have not protected some of us, or some friends, or some families. And that's the reality of this world. That's the reality of suffering. If you just read Job and Ecclesiastes, you see this. But one thing I'd like to highlight and can't forget at the same time is that it's only through Christ that even if what seems like the most worst forms of evil might fall upon your life, you have inherently already defeated the number one enemy through Christ. That is death itself, death himself. It is the ability to say that even though something might happen to friends or families or myself, as believers through Christ, the number one enemy that everyone will eventually meet, death, is defeated. And that is worth praising God, and that is why we can confidently say, like David said, the one who is after God's own heart, that we dwell in the shelter of the Most High. We can have confidence in him. And the more we have confidence in him, we'll find that we have less confidence in ourselves, which is a good thing. So with that, I'd like to stand up and pray.